Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to 7 Days. KiloMike, it's me, your boy JD Sensei. How we doing? I'm gonna put this away for now. And it's been a few days for me, so I need to. All right, so I do have another shoddy turret. I'm gonna take that with me. We'll come back for the other ones later. Um, I guess I should take some concrete if I have it. Yeah, let's take concrete and cobble. Do some upgrading. How much you got? Oh, yeah. You're doing pretty good. All right, what do you got? You got a stack as well, so I'll take that. So you can add in a little oomph to stuff. Let me make sure I got the bonker on in case I need it. We're going to play with the electricity a bit um, and see what we need to make. I did watch the beginner electricity video again because I was like, man, I got a couple of sorry. I got a couple of misconceptions, I think. One, the tiers don't upgrade. So if you got a low rank battery and a high rank battery, like a tier one will always be a tier one and never anything better. So you want a tier six whenever you can possibly get one. The other thing is, even though that I'll take a look, but the power bank is a little weird the way the power bank works. The solar bank. Sorry. All right. This one was the one I had to take out. All right. There we go. Let's go up here. Go up here. Go up here. And let's go ahead and. Okay. That shouldn't be like this. No. All right. So what I want to do then is do. Okay. So that actually goes like this to that, right? And then this. Can that go to 2? Or is it going to switch? No, it does not. Okay. No, wait. I did that wrong. Okay. Maybe just. Yeah, there we go. All right. So that goes to that. And this switch would go to this. And because uh, this. So this switch is off, right? So technically, I'm trying to figure out how this works. Hold on. Let me disconnect this. Let me just disconnect everything. And then just disconnect this. And disconnect this. Can I connect this to this? No, that won't work because of the wiring. All right, don't worry. I'll figure this out eventually. All right. All right, so what I need is 2 switches. Let me take this one. All right, let me pick up this block. And let me see. Let me get one working first. All right, I just throw this on the ground. It doesn't really matter. So, what I would want to do then is turn that. All right, this should be on because it's daytime. Okay, right. I could just turn it on. The problem I got is that it's only 110 power. All right, so I need better solar arrays. All right, so if I leave that on and then connect that to that, right? But what I need to do then is do this. I got to redo this whole wiring thing. Oh, man, this is going to be a pain in the ass because I put the switch in the wrong position. All right, so let me switch to this. Let's go ahead and nope. And let's see. I got to disconnect these individually as I slowly learn how to do power. And this one has a cable. Yep. Okay. All right. Hold up. Hold on. Wait a minute. All right. And then what are you connected to? You're connected to that. So I actually want to disconnect this. There we go. All right. So what I'm trying to do, so this should connect to this. And then we turn that on. Because this won't draw any power. As far as I know, it won't draw any power unless it's connected to something that's active. So next would be a switch. And we would put the switch, or I could just actually move this. I think this will be able to work. All right. So then we'd want to connect this to this, right? All right, let's take a look. We'll leave that off. And let's connect some stuff. All right. Damn it. All right, this is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I connected everything wrong in the first place. All right, slowly do that. Since the switch is off, this should not be connecting to anything extra. All right, up we go. Theoretically. All right. Oh, why are you on? Why are you on? Okay, what? Now, why did that one go on and the rest? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, I'm stupid. That's why. Nope. Turn that off. Turn. Damn it. Okay, I didn't connect it to the switch because I'm brain dead. All right, so we wanted to take that to this. There we go. All right, and then we want to connect this to a couple more. All right. So I will need better batteries, obviously. All right, and then so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got that one over there. We need to get this one. All right, so I can do 1, 2. That's 15 watts per. So that's 30. That's 60. That's 90. And then it'll need, how much are you? 120 watts total for this side, right? All right, so if we look at this, I need to make sure that is connected to this. All right. Now, I wanted, since I've been doing all this, I wanted to see, yeah, so it's charging the battery right now. All right, you can see the battery is charged up. This should have more than enough power to power all the guns. So, let me flip it on. And let's see. Everybody should be running. Yeah, okay, this is working. All right, why are you not on? That's going the right way, that's going the right way. Why is this not on? Is my math off? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. This doesn't take any wattage, does it? Okay, 8. So it's 120 watts plus a couple of extras. So that should be more than enough power. So what is causing those turrets to not be active? Okay, what is causing those turrets to not be active? Now you only give out 110 watts. All right, so next I need to check and see why we're not getting any juice over here, right? Why are you guys down? What's going on? It should have more than enough power to do it. It is loaded, And it's ready to go. Okay. So but those shouldn't draw unless. Oh, I forgot to connect this one. Shoot. All right. Let me just find the switch real quick. All right. Do I have? Wait a minute. I might be over item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that because 9? Oh shoot. I don't know if it's because of the daisy chaining or what. All right, let me take a look. You are not on. Why are you not on? You're not getting juice. You are getting juice. Why is this one getting juice and these are not? But you're not. All right, so why is that a thing? See, this is getting juice now. This one is not. Huh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the issue is with the connection. Because this is getting juice. So this should be pushing out juice. And it is pushing to this. And it isn't pushing to that. So maybe I'll disconnect this. All right, you got juice. Now is it running? Not running. Okay, let's disconnect this. And disconnect this. All right. So we're hot on this. All right, could just be something I'm missing. Okay, now that it has juice, but this does not. Yeah, this does not. Might be a battery issue. All right, I do need to hook up one more turret. So I'm going to do that now. I do have to get this bad boy up. Okay, wait. Is that too many? Might be too many. Oh, wait. I think it's just, yeah, it's just too far away. All right, we'll get that on the flip side. That's not that big of a deal. Okay. So let me look here. Yeah, we have 263 max power output. All right. So before I do that, I don't want to bore you guys too much. Let's go ahead and upgrade. I just want to go around the outskirts here. Just go around the outskirts. We'll worry about this later. Okay. Now the other thing I wanted to do is I want to check something else. First of all, let's switch this off. And let me check. Okay, our batteries are full. And yeah, so they never get better. The batteries never improve. Now, what I wanted to see, can I hook 2 up? Yes, I can. All right, so let's turn this one on. All right. Now, since that one is everything's better on, all the batteries are repaired, and there's not enough juice. This one only gives 222. All right. All right. So technically, there should be no draw to this, right? All right. I'm not seeing one. So we'll take a look here. Let's see. All right. We'll leave that on. Maybe turn this one off for a bit and let this get some juice. I mean, I only needed to charge the batteries. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run back real quick. I think I brought some extra batteries. I should be able to get some extra shotgun turrets. I do need another power switch, so I have to make that. All right. Wiring's a little wonky, not going to lie. But I was under the assumption that you could, let me train my thoughts here, you could you could charge to the next tier. So if I put a level 1 battery in, it would eventually turn into a level 2, and then a 3, and then 4, 5, 6. You know, it doesn't do that. I know I can craft batteries. That stupid dog is behind me. All right, I'm gonna take care of Rover. Come here, Rover. Hey, come here, stupid. Come here. You're just gonna keep aggroing, dumbass. You're just gonna keep aggroing, so I'm gonna kill you. I said the K word. All right. Anyways, I might as well check the stupid water purifier that I never check. Oh, it's empty. Okay, I got it on my last visit. I don't see anything other than the damn dog, which is fine. All right, so let's take a look and see what we have. Let's go ahead and sort that. So I do have the generators as a backup option. I do have another 6, and I'm going to take these 2 out. And let's see. I think I can craft fairly high-end batteries. Also, take another tart, and then I'm going to get... What is this? That's an SMG tart. That's 4 shoddy tarts. All right, so I got to make sure I put the tart I need in the place I need it. Let's go to electrical, and let's get the... Because we are going to need another switch. Switch. Go ahead and track that for me. I don't need a lot, but if the solar bank is going to be an issue, I might just take it out, and I could just throw gas generators up there, because again, they won't draw power unless... Oh, that's more than I wanted. Unless they won't draw power unless they're actually powering something. So as long as I put the switch there, the turrets won't activate. All right, put that there. Let's go ahead and grab some ammo. Make sure everybody's full. They still have that issue. I did want to see if I swap out the batteries, if I can get a little more, get it to reach those other 2. Is it just an issue of not enough juice, or is it something else with how far out it is? Because that could be a thing. Good to know these things. Good to know. Jump right off, run over here. Still got plenty of planting to do. Still got to decide on the center row as well. Haven't decided that. Still got to finish this up and dig through here. All right, let's get on up here. Again, the zombies can do this too, for the most part, but they have to get through a whole hell of a lot to do it. Okay, so first things first. Let's take out a 4. And we'll throw in a 6. And then over here, let's turn this off for a second. Let's swap 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give it a little bit better juice. Go ahead and turn that on. And we'll see if we... It's got a better power outage. Power wattage. All right, let's go to my stuff. Make sure... Now, you guys should be charging up, if I remember correctly, because the other one charged up, but I don't know if it does 1 battery at a time in series. All right, so one thing I wanted to do is I want to come out here. I want to make sure this bad boy is armed up. Get its ammo in, lock that ammo in. All right, you're ammoed up, so you're good to go. Now, I believe I picked up another one. That is an SMG, correct? Yes. All right. So we want to put this one down here. All right. We want to take this tool. We want to grab this and connect it to this. All right. And take another look at this. Oddly not charging that battery. They're both on, correct? All right. No, well, that's obviously not going to work. All right. Power turn on is 6 watts. This could be an issue. All right, let me, if I turn this off, power is at 1 watt. So the power draw is only 1 watt. But if I turn this on, oh, damn it. I keep pressing wrong buttons. Now the power draw is 101. So what is the issue here? Turn that off. What is the issue here? And turn that on. So what is the issue here? Or is it just... Now it's on. That was weird. Maybe I have to turn it on and off. The battery bank to redirect the power? That's weird. Huh. It's interesting. Interesting. Okay. So this is not currently providing any power to anything. All right. But, oh, I should turn this off. All right. You are not drawing any power at the moment, correct? Oh, that's weird. Okay. I don't get it. All right. With this off, with this on, though, it's drawing all the power, right? No. Let's turn it off. Turn it on. No? Okay. Turn that off. Okay. That's on. Turn that on. All right. I'm getting confused here. All right. Maybe there's no power draw, so let me turn that on. And now it's drawing power. So maybe it's because this one isn't actually connected to anything. All right. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, but anyways, look at this. Could just be because there's not enough juice to go around. Okay, so you're charging, and we were checking this one. That is powered. That is powered. This is not. All right, so my total turrets, and you're juiced, right? No, you're not. But you are. So I got issue here. Now everybody should be off, right? All right, so I'm a little confused on why some are getting power and some are not. Might have to do a little hanky-panky here to get stuff to work. Yeah, that's ready to rock and roll. So this one's up, that's up, that's up, that's up, that's up, and that one is not connected. Right? Right. That one's not connected. So, all right. So, experiment then. I'm going to go turn that switch off. Turn that battery off. Turn the switch off. And we'll see if that charges. So again, we got this thing where it's, maybe it's just because it's connected to do different ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab I meant to do some upgrading, but this just, electricity is a little bit wonky because, like I said, I know it's a maximum of 9 connections. And you can daisy chain, so I know that's a thing. So I'm not quite sure where the problem is because my math tells me it should be about, with those turrets on it, should be maybe one something on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a gas generator. 6 engines. We got plenty of gas in the bike. We'll take that out, and we'll wire in that because there's no class. I have more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are a dime a dozen, so. Because we can also do this. And this will give us 300 watts. So I might just dump solar power completely if it's going to be an issue. And I do know that as long as I don't turn on that switch, I can leave the gas generator on, and it will not lose gas. And, obviously, as long as the battery banks are not drawing power. So I can technically just leave them on. All right, I'll be back. Look at this place. But what I really want to do is figure out why these aren't working. All right, so I think we can squirrel this bad boy in right here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this. All right, and then we're going to disconnect it from here. All right, I'm going to turn this off, and then we're going to take out the solar thingies. All right, and then we're going to pick this up. All right, I'm going to cut out the middleman here. Now, what we're going to do is we'll give them independent generators. So let's go ahead and throw that one, and probably give it a little leeway there. All right, now we're going to take this and attach it to this, right? And we're going to give it some engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll give it some gas in a second. Let me go get the gas. I didn't bring that with me because I'm dumb. I are dumb. But this will have 300 watts. Because we cannot, you cannot craft these things. These can't be crafted. Neither, apparently, can the solar doodad. That can't be crafted either. Also, I might as well give it some juice. Yeah, give it some juice. No, I don't forget to reload that. All right, so we're going to go and see if this works better. All right, let's go ahead and juice it up. Go ahead and refuel it. All right, so we can turn this on. And that's on, right? Now, currently, this should not be going down at all. Because the only thing it's charging is the batteries, which are at full charge, right? But if I turn this on, I should be active. I am active here, 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 here. Yep. I am active here now. Here. Yep. Sure am. And I am. Okay, so I'm thinking it may be a wattage problem. So realistically, because I cannot... Yep, that's got juice. So everybody's got juice now, except you, obviously, but you're going to be a little something different. So what's going to happen then is we're going to take... so I guess we can... the batteries are fine, but we're going to scrap these 3. Like that. We're going to scrap these 3 because these are garbage batteries. All right, we'll just sell that. We're not going to be... I'm actually going to go sell that now. I need to turn that switch off because if somebody wanders over, it's going to draw an issue. Okay. All right, so we used $9.95, and that's at 272. All right, that's fine. We can always get better batteries. So I'm definitely going to need the other engine, and I'll connect that to another battery, and I'll just have all the switches laying up there, and I can just flip the switches on. 1 or 2 switches is not an issue. I initially wanted to use the solar bank, but 101 watts, and I think that's the problem. Now that I'm doing the math in my head, it's not that the battery bank. I think it's using. It's kind of treating it. I think it's treating it like a parallel circuit. In that, once I went over 100 watts total, 101 watts total, which is all the power the solar bank could provide. Once I went over 101 watts total, anything else wouldn't take power. Might as well scrap that while you're at it. All right, so we're not going to keep crappy batteries. We're going to take 1, 2, 3. We're going to take this. Wait, do I have another switch? Am I just thinking wrong? Just saw it. Oh, I do have a switch. Okay, so no freaking reason to take a switch. So let's go ahead and drop that. No need to make a switch when I have the parts to do a switch. All right, here's everything else. Let's sort this out. Still have, ooh. Oh, there's not enough, but I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be dickish to put down a steel road up to my base? Horrible in the snow. But, you know. All right. And, yeah, I knew I had more engines. Okay, so we got that. Just for giggles, let's go ahead and put... Where did I... It was over and everything now. I'm just going to take 4 switches. All right, go ahead and sort that out. Sort this out. All right, so... A lot of running back and forth, a lot of experimentation. But now that it occurs to me, I'm thinking it's acting sort of not like a parallel circuit. So it's the potential... The power bank is the power, right? So my theory was it should have taken, it uses 101, charges the batteries up, and then the batteries have 272, and they can run everything. But the way it's looking is the battery bank is, because the source is 101 watts from the solar bank, that is the most I could put on it. Once I put a gas generator that has 300 watts, it's not an issue. That's my thinking there. It's like, regardless of the fact that the battery bank has 200 and whatever watts, it's like, no, but your solar bank only had this much. All right, now, check. Yeah, has not gone down. As long as this switch is off, this is not drawing any power. So what I can do, though, is run this, charge these batteries, and turn this off, which I need to do. Now, this is still on, right? At 272. If I flip it on, it's drawing 140 watts, which might be right. Let's take a look to see what's drawing power from this. All right, you still got juice. You still got juice. I cannot see that. You got juice. You are active. All right, so I just need to make sure the battery bank could run everything on its own, because the whole idea is to, you know, run this when I need to charge these batteries, right? So I can let these batteries run down, then flip this on to charge the batteries up, or flip that on. And, you know, if I turn this off, by the way, here's an experiment. All right, that's off. That's on. Are we still active? We are, correct? All right, so I can bypass. All right, that worked. You are an SMG turret, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so that works. I can bypass and do that. So let me turn that off. So theoretically, I should only really have to run this. And again, this won't draw any power unless I flip the switch. But since the batteries are fully charged, 272, now this one is going to have a higher load on it of 250, I can't count, 246. I'm thinking we might be able to reach. Okay, let me, first of all, let's do this. Don't really want it. Let's do that. All right, so this one is going to be independent of that. And then we need to throw a switch down right there. All right, and then we want to go back to this, and we want to click this and go to this. And then we want to click this and go to, should be able to reach this, right? Yeah, we can. Okay. Now, We put this down. We need to obviously get engines in it. 6. Okay, let's go ahead and refuel it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do is leave that off. We're going to turn that on. I'm going to turn this on. All right, so I didn't have it on. All right, I'm going to turn that on to repair those batteries. All right, so it's got an output of 300 watts. It's only drawing 6 right now because that should be filling those batteries. As long as I do not flip this switch, it shouldn't cause any issues, as far as I can tell. All right, first thing I want to do is probably, I guess I could just daisy chain it off a turret, and we're going to pick this generator up. I'm going to pick this generator up, take all the stuff out of here. Okay. And let's just go ahead and pick that bad boy up. Just get it out of here. We'll hold on to this generator if I need it for something else. Grab that gas out of there. There we go. All right. We'll do the same thing we did over here. We'll put in a relay. All right. And I should have a couple of charges. This one's going to be drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of these at 15 watts each is going to be 150. Still should have enough juice to do it. I do want to go up here, make sure these batteries are charging, which they should be. They are not, which is weird. I was led to believe, okay, this is not charging this? Huh. All right, you're on. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. All right, so, but this is supposed to be on. Now let's turn that on, and we'll see. Okay, this one is now has juice. All right, so as long as we verify that is the case. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this for 1 second. We'll probably hit the switch in a moment. That one is loaded, right? I did load that. Sure did. Also, I did want to mess with the preview and drop it down just a bit. Just a bit, like that. Okay, we're good. No need to get violent. All right, we'll take one more look. All right, I'm a little confused on that. I'm going to turn that switch off real quick. All right, so now I need at least one relay for right here. So we might grab a couple. I know I have some relays in storage. And we do have a spare generator that we can use inside if we want to. That's for later use. Okay, so we'll get that done. Ideally, what I'd love to have happen is to stay here at night. Probably for the last episode, throw everything on and just see if anything could even get close. I would assume a bear or a dire wolf probably could. Maybe a white or a demo. Because they're kind of beefy. And the demos are just plain annoying. But they're beefy enough they could at least get through the initial shot. I don't know, maybe a bear, but I would think he'd start taking damage. All right, I'm gonna drop off the switches because I don't need them at the moment, and we're gonna drop off the switches. We're gonna grab a couple of relays in case we need them. Here we go. I think we can drop off the rest of the engines. I shouldn't need those for the time being. We'll drop this generator off for now. It's not on my to-do list. All right, let me sort that out. We'll throw this freaking stuff in there. How are you doing? All right, you need... Oh, I should get coal for this. How are you doing? All right, you both need coal. All right, so I need some coal. Where did I put the coal? I know I have coal. I put it somewhere stupid, didn't I? I definitely put it somewhere stupid. Damn it. Or maybe I saw it and I'm not paying attention? No? Weird. What did I do with my coal? Am I carrying it? Not carrying it. Is it in the motorcycle? Yep, it's in the motorcycle. Okay, I knew it was somewhere. I was like, I know I have coal. I know I have a lot of coal. All right, I'm going to give you 30 minutes. There we go. And it takes 18 for each. Let's turn that on. Let's go ahead and give you 30 minutes. 18, there you go. Go ahead and kick that over. And let's split this stone into these. And we'll just make some cement out of that. All right, now let's see what's ready to come out of here. We have 3 of our shotgun turrets ready to come up. Probably have the next one in the next episode because, you know, first the episode, daytime episodes are for building and figuring out stuff. So it is interesting, though. My idea to run it off a single solar bank, as I'm thinking about it right now, wouldn't have worked anyways because the total wattage would have been way more than it needed. But it's not hard to just have those relays set up there. You know, it's not super hard to have the relays set up there. I'm sorry, the gas generators up there, and then they have the switches up there, and just flip the switches when I get into base. You know. All right. So what we want to do is we want to come in here, and again, let's just take a quick look. You are not drawing. You drew 1. That's because I had stuff on. You are sort of repairing stuff. Let me check. All right, you drew a little bit of love, and you're on. I guess they just charge slowly. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to pop this relay in here, like so. Okay, that's fine. Let's kick that out. Let's go ahead and take a shoddy turret and move it that way, and put one here. We'll worry about the sides later. So what I was thinking is we could just use this, and I know I gotta jump up here. Okay, just use that to connect to this, and then connect this to that. Yep, that's enough. All right, then connect this to this, like that, and then do the same thing the other way, like so. All right, now let's connect the other 2 turrets up. All right, and we'll drop this one right here. Now, obviously, these are not going to do anything because I have not loaded them yet, but they will eventually. All right, so now let's kick on the juice. Let's kick on the switch. All right. Yeah, see, it is charging, but it looks like it charges 1 battery at a time. So I want to flip that on, and I want to take a look. Obviously, you 3 are running as you should be. Not sure where that relay went. Oh, it's not a relay. It's just over there. You're good to go. You are working. You are working. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is I might actually need another generator, because this is going to be connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it'll work. It's 2 here, 5 here, because this is actually connected to that. So we'll actually see how that works out. All right, so is it still charging the battery? Okay, we'll assume it is. As you can see, the gas dropped pretty good. All right, so we can leave these on though forever as long as these switches are turned off. The only thing that should happen is this charges up that battery, as far as I know. I am actually Going to go see Joel and sell off the solar panel and solar cells. I might be wrong on it. I just don't think it's worth the amount of work to continue with it when it's much easier to just use a gas generator on a couple of battery switches, and now I can power it on either or, you know. So I got the batteries for redundancy, and I got the regular generator there for good old
Well,
stuff.
hello,
Hi,
my
buddy.
friend.
Hi, Joel. I miss you, bro. All right. I don't care about jobs at the moment, but I do want to see. You're gonna get how much? You gonna give me for this?
I've got enough horsepower. This ship's tight. Can't take on more cargo.
All right, you buy that, but he won't buy solar cells. That's okay. We'll just sell them one at a time. Maybe they don't sell them. That's weird.
You are now my favorite customer of the day.
I actually do want to
With our full no money back
Shut up.
guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing you're covered.
So you have really, so he gives me 10% of what they're worth. And I know these, so I can see those are going to be an issue with money. Also, I did want to check furniture. I forgot. I could put in appliances, I guess. Filing cabinets, toilet. All right.
Well, there's smart, and then there's dead.
There's S smart.
I guess we know which one you are.
Shut up. Anyways, guys, I know it's been a weird episode, but thank you so much for joining me. My name is JD Sensei. This has been 7 Days to Die KiloMike. Figured there was a little gas in here. If you liked the video, leave that like. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider doing so. I do upload every single day. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you in the next vid. Bye now.